get together in Discord and talk about next meta if we get someone else. If not, we'll be talking me and you only. If not, it will be only me and you talking Discord. Yeah, I can. Cool. Let's see who do we think we should get in this talk. No one is here around. Not. No, you cannot. So, no, we need the pro players or pro coaches only. Any roster news? Nothing is still official. For those who just joined, we only said EMEA. There is a lot of stuff happening. You already saw some things, like for him, if you care about EMEA, Atinum trying out today 2 people, can see them. It's a henchman plus kinda, which are the teammates of things. They were playing with them scrims. Ati has many options. Ati is the same as Phony. Ati in EMEA is same as Phony in NA right now. Everybody wants him. Only the good IGL that's available. There are 5 more or 4, so 4 more announcements gonna happen of people leaving or people getting dropped from their team. I cannot announce it right now because it's not official yet. EMEA gonna be so many sad news for people that care about some people, some players, or some IGLs, or some rollers, or some fraggers, MNKs, whatever. There will be a lot of people like getting dropped, replaced, blah blah blah. And we said the options now of the it's an epic pen. Pen. So in A, we said Verhulst most probably is getting either guild, which is the closest possibility, or Gen plus IGL. And the IGL they are trying is to convince, or the best is, as we spoke about in EMEA, it's Ati for EMEA, it's Phony for NA. Everybody wants Phony. Other options could be for him, if he doesn't get Phony, it's Sauce, could be from C9, because he's down the tempo. No need for a PL spot. This team speedrun PL qual. This will be speedrunning PL qual. This team definitely not struggling PL qual. I don't see it happening. Yeah. Not risky. Why would it be risky? Monsoon doesn't come with a... So, Verhulst, if he doesn't join a duo that has already a spot, he has no spot. So what will happen? The other option, if he wants to keep his spot and Drips doesn't have a spot, Verhulst stays with Zap, which I don't see it happening. Verhulst stays with Zap and gets guild. And Zap's keeps IGLing. Monsoon, Verhulst, and Rips, it's not a bad option at all. But you are replacing a roller firepower with an MNK firepower. 14th for PL invites. Yes, I know. 14th. Strafing not coming to NA. Yes, and I don't think it's a big issue for them playing VSQ. I know it's a risky, but I don't think it's a big issue. The second thing is, it's a Timmy plus Jen stays together. And this is what I think, it's a Phony. They are convincing Phony to come to them. So Phony is tiered between these 2 players. And that's why Phony was like not sure what he will be joining. Why still no Talmage in the call? Because Talmage knows, and I'm trying not to involve him in any speak he says. Talmage knows everything, but I'm not trying to involve him in anything because it's not good. He will get the problem. He knows all the rosters coming in NA. 30k, 50k for Talmage, and he will leak it tomorrow. Does Design lose his spot? Yes. It's Timmy plus Jen then. Where will Talmage end up? I don't know. I think 100 Thieves should be the best team for him. But I don't know if Bronzy is leaving with Design or not. 100 Thieves, come Talm, join my call, join my Discord. We will not talk about roster. Hey Talm, how are you doing? Yo, what are you doing?
Chilling, I just woke up. It's been, my sleep schedule has been absolutely terrible for the last like 2 days.
Oh my god. So, where do we think you will go? What is the best? I know that is nothing still open, right? Nothing's sure still. I mean, not open, nothing's sure.
What are my top options?
Yeah. C9. That's great. Okay, but they don't have all right now.
Yeah, C9. And it would be to like stay with Zap and Reps.
Okay. If they stay together, that would be... They have a PL spot as well. And I don't think they will struggle into finding an org too. Chat, wait a bit, just let me... Chat, You cannot tell me who is talking because it's already in the title. Are we trolling, chat? Look at the title. It's Talmage, the coach of TSM, or ex-coach because he left the LFO right now. Because he left, or whatever the thing is. So, why is not under Thieves? The question. Why is not under Thieves?
None of them have reached out, so I'm assuming they're sticking with Bronzy.
You have to reach out.
I don't know. Respectfully, like the only way that I'd like actually reach out to them about it is if they had a real IGL. I don't want to do another like year of teaching somebody how to IGL again.
I understand what you mean. I understand exactly what you
If
mean.
I don't have to.
I understand what you mean. This is, but in my opinion, if they don't get an IGL, and let's say Timmy, right? If Timmy IGLs, and they get another good shooter, you are their best option to make them to make him really IGL well. You are their best option, and that would be a great deal for you and for them. Let's say, I don't know, they end up getting, who's a third shooter? I don't know, Verhulst, for example, or Guild with Jen and Timmy, or Yania, or whoever.
Yeah.
You will be definitely making him a good IGL, and that's good. That will be really good for you too. I don't know, but and because
I think it's a good idea. I can reach out to them, but at the end of the day, what I feel like is most likely going to happen is that the only time that they actually end up changing coaches is if Bronzy decides he doesn't want to coach anymore.
Yeah, but it looks like Bronzy doesn't want to coach because he said he's going with design, right? He even on one of the Twitter stuff he wrote, "Take me with you under design. Take me with you," or something like this.
Oh, okay.
I remember seeing, just check in the replies of Bronzy. I remember something like that he wrote.
Maybe I will reach out to them then. I hadn't seen that Bronzy was considering leaving.
Yeah, check the replies of Bronzy so you can understand. Maybe I misunderstood the reply itself. I might be a little bit not really.
Yeah, I think it really depends on who they end up adding for third. If design's not the one that's staying there.
Talmage, and people are saying Talmage and Drop go crazy. I think definitely go crazy. I mean, as I said, you will be definitely improving any single team you join in now, because like I saw how hard you work and how much you work and how much you bring value. Zap became an IGL when he was not an IGL. He was just shooter and design. Zap is a hard worker too, but like definitely without a good coach, he will never be able to IGL by himself.
I think anybody is capable of like learning the skills of it. It's just a matter of like putting in the hours and actually like be willing to fail with it, because the hardest part about it is like having command over your team and then just like telling them like this is how we're going to do it, and then sticking with what you want to do. And like even if it's for right or for wrong, you'll usually know when it's wrong. So when it's wrong, saying like, okay, like how can we improve it, and then still having the confidence to go and still call for the rest of the games, right? Just because you got one wrong doesn't mean that you don't know how to IGL anymore. I think that's most important.
Professor, the thing is, if Ray, I don't know, like Raven now left, right? I said like people, if you have an MV offer, you should be immediately going. If Raven left, I don't know if it's because of not the best payment ever, and so on. At the end, as a coach, you need to think about two things. First of all, is the team I'm coaching is good? Second is the payment good? Because it's a job at the end. So all these teams that we are counting right now, they are good teams. All of those teams are good teams. All of those IGLs are good IGLs or players as well. And if the payment is completely different between one team to the next team, I will take the better payment. This is how you need to be thinking about if you're just answering my people, because they said you should take MV offer immediately without thinking.
Yeah, it's like the org envy is it's cool on paper, right? But it's all gonna be based on like what the numbers are, right? Because if the number's not like that high, and it means that I still have to go and commit to like a part-time job for like 20-30 hours a week, then it's like, well, I'll just try to go somewhere where they're gonna end up paying me more, and then that means I have to like work a day job less. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's better, because you can even spend this time into working into the game itself and put something out of it. Yeah.
When I was on Elevate with Zach, I was still working at Amazon, like 20-30 hours a week. And so there'd be times where like I'd end up just having to miss scrims, or like the only time I'm able to watch scrims is just by listening to them like scrimming,
Oh
because I'm
shit.
like listening in my car while I'm delivering boxes.
Oh my god. That's a hard mode, man, coaching.
I know, and then Zach was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna say this in the most polite and respectful way possible. Please try not to coach us when we're when you're listening in the Amazon truck. You can't see what happens."
Yeah. No.
And I was like, "Yeah, fair enough."
So he answered you, Kamal. He only he did it when he was in with E8, but not last split. Last split when he was with TSM, no. It was like full-time
Yeah,
TSM.
with TSM, I was up until I think I had my job at Amazon until like June or July, and then I basically went full time.
Okay, good. People are asking here, what do you think, if you don't want to answer for some reason, say I don't want, okay? Where do you think reps gonna end up in a team? What are the options for reps? So many people cares about reps and want to see what the options would be. If you want
I don't know, man.
okay, no need.
The thing is that he could have offers to go and join teams, but I think he's only going to go to teams that he really thinks that you could win or like place really well.
Sure.
He's got really high standards for himself in terms of like,
yeah,
because he has a legacy built up. He's still one of the best players to ever play this game.
This is exactly what I said. Yeah.
If the public perception sees him as like not as one of the best players in the game, and they're not treating him as such in like the free agency, then I think he's just going to end up either taking a break for this split or retiring altogether. Because I mean, he ends up making a lot of money doing what he does in his free time anyway. So money's not really a problem. He can kind of just do whatever he wants.
Agree on this one very much. So he is answering chat. He answered you. He answered you about your questions about reps.
Kool-Aid
Yes.
or Kool-Aid. I don't think any of us were really happy with the outcome of champs, but I think we were all pretty. I would say at least most of us were pretty happy with like the process and how much time and like how we actually refined our processes. I think we did a really great job going in. It's just pretty unlucky how things shook out in finals.
So you see, chat, we will be answering your questions and putting that into you. I wanted to make a podcast. I'm still thinking about it. And I'm waiting for Nick to see if tomorrow works for him. Because Zach only can do podcasts with me until 9:30 a.m. Because after 9:30, if we don't start the podcast, he's going to sleep. Because he's streaming from 10 or waking up from 10 p.m. until 9:30 a.m. So I'm waiting. If I don't know if you will be around, that can be up to you. Because I don't know if you would be liking. You said already you don't want to like to talk about roster mania, which is fair enough because you know a lot. So next question, the people are saying, do you think Jin is staying with Timmy or would we play with Design? I think he is staying with Timmy. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think he's staying with Timmy as well.
That's what Design himself said in his email. In his stream, by the way. He said that Timmy and Jin staying together and searching for an IGL right now. Is Skittle going to get picked? Man, there are so many free agents right now with after champs. Unbelievable number of good players that are free agent. You don't know what's happening. Is Skittle gonna get picked? What do you think? And by whom?
It's so tough. There's a lot of good flex MNK players that are available right now. Jordan, I think Fun is LFT as well. I think Scurry, Gittles, all these guys have good legend pools, and I think they're all pretty decent players.
Fun is
like great players,
and Fun is a free true.
So,
oh my god! Yeah.
So there's a lot of good flex players. So I think it's just going to be a matter of like personality fit for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
And you know how much they feel like one player will add to their team, or maybe some of those guys end up just having to team up for PSQs. You know, maybe the reality is that there's just not going to be enough teams for these guys, and that everybody's just going to have to go through PSQs.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there will be so many of those will gonna go through PSQs. Oh my god! Who else do we have still? We saw that Hotsick was lefty because most probably Nocturnal is retiring. What people says, so it's gonna be two people, free agents, Guild and Fun now adding to the another good legends. Where is Zap? Where Zap is going? Where do you think is Zap going? Because Zap is one of the, in my opinion, best fraggers in the game right now. But he doesn't have team.
Zap's got some good offers that he's told me. I'm not going to say like who or anything, but
yes, good.
I don't know. I mean, it's ideally, I think he would want to go to a place where he could just end up like having like a co-IGL / like actually being entry frag role again.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like where he truly is the best. I think if he had to IGL again, I think he could grow into that role and become even better than he was in his first year of doing it.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of like comfort in him playing as optimally as possible, I think he would want to just go and play entry again.
Agree. That's
and he's one of the best in the world at it. I believe like if he gets the time and the experience to go and do it in the professional realm and on LAN, he's gonna end up being the best of the best.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying as well. He's one of the best fraggers, and he just didn't frag anymore after some time because he's of the IGLing. He was doing it, but like he's not anymore. He wasn't doing it as he was before because IGLing is just taking part of you. Your voice is not anymore dying. It's there, Loba. So what did they say? His complex is staying together. I think they will. I think yes, but it's the same as, for example, C9, right? They are staying together, but they are as well exploring offers if they get. Same. If you just find a better offer, it's fine. If not, you continue together. This is exactly how it should be.
But there was one question from Cobb. He said, do you think design is still good enough to IGL? The answer is yeah. I definitely think he can learn, or he doesn't have to really like learn how to IGL. I think he just has to get rid of the bad habits of like zone wrapping and playing like super, super hard edge. If he was willing to like work on his stuff and tweak his stuff, I think he could be like, he's already good. I think he could be like a great IGL consistently.
Amazing.
Because he's already has placements doing what he does already. If he has a way to balance that out and make it a little bit more consistent, then I think he could consistently place like top 8 every single LAN as an IGL. He's got so much experience, man.
Oh, cool. Next question comes from Kamal. I will let you answer because the people want to hear your thoughts. Nice. I'm not gonna speak. What do you think about Sweet? If you don't want to say,
I mean, Sweet's a great IGO, man. I don't really need to say much more than that. His placements and everything speak for themselves.
Wait,
dude just loves going and getting extra practice through losers bracket.
Let's get Tempo as well here. Tempo, do you have time? Join us. We can get as well more questions about everything, about game, about next season, about whatever. For everyone, let's get more.
Also, design would be better too if he didn't use the Sentinel and he would just use the Scout, because the Scout is just better in every way right now. There's no point to use the Sentinel.
Was saying the same today when I watched one of their games, which was the last game of Elimination 2. Priv4cy. That's Klein. Klein, you are back to Apex. Does Newcastle still have Watson Jin next patch? Yes, Klein. He's not gonna be touched.